Welcome back to Cobden, everyone. This is an incredible process. Julie, this is so neat. I've never seen anything like this.
You haven't?
How do the pieces stick to the skin?
It's just wet, so it sticks on. I don't know how or why, but it does, and you just have to press it on. Gravity sometimes will pull it down a bit, so I have to. And it's drying now. If you touch it, it's already starting to dry.
Yeah. Christy, what does that feel like on your skin?
It's just getting tight, but it doesn't feel like anything. It's just like moist and icky, but
moist and icky.
It's moist and icky, but it's drying and it just gets tight. But
yeah,
the water's warm.
Right.
Feels nice.
Now, their legs sometimes get a little bit chilly because the water is running down and it gets cool, but I'd rather they get cool than get overheated while they're being casted.
Of course. Of course. So how long does it take from beginning to end for the process?
For this kind of a cast, about 15 minutes that they're standing, and I have them moving their knees because we don't want them to stand with their knees locked too long.
Why is that?
Just because they're pregnant. If you lock your knees and you're feeling a bit nervous and you're not breathing properly, you can get lightheaded. So I try to avoid that. But you're doing okay.
Yep. So again, for those who missed our little chat earlier, what exactly are these pieces that you're putting on made up of?
It's the same material that's used for broken bones. It's hospital grade plaster gauze strips. So it's just gauze that has plaster dried into it. So once you wet it, it liquefies the plaster.
Yeah. And how many pieces will you use for a cast like this?
I'll probably use about 8 to 10 rolls of 6-inch plaster. So this is the initial cast, and then once it comes off of her body, I will start adding layers to it to reinforce it.
Okay.
The main work of casting is the finishing work. That's where the real skill comes in, because people can do this on their own, but they usually will end up with a fairly rough cast. It's very hard to do the finishing work if you haven't been doing it for 10 years.
May I try laying a piece?
Yeah, just give me 1 second to just get this.
Okay.
I just need to make sure.
And what exactly do you mean by finishing work?
Well, the casts that I have in my studio that are finished, that are painted, you'll notice when this one comes off how rough this one looks. So the finishing work is getting it to be that smooth finish, and painting and glazing it and that kind of thing.
Gosh, so if you've got women, pregnant or not, who are looking to get a belly cast made, how far in advance do they need to be contacting you?
Well, I'm fairly open during my weekdays, and that's when I cast. I'm busy on weekends doing workshops and teaching and that kind of thing, but I can usually do it even last minute. I can usually fit somebody in. I had a couple call me at 5 o'clock in the evening, and she was scheduled for a cesarean the next day.
Oh gosh!
So they drove from Ottawa at 5 in the evening, and I casted her. It was her 5th and last child. Yeah. So I can usually make it work when it's something with pregnancy. I can make it work to accommodate them, because I know it's time. Time is of the essence, I guess, with casting pregnant women. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab 2 ends, and just run it through like this. Okay. If you let go one end, it's going to get all twisted, and then you can just slap it on. Okay.
Okay. So will I attempt to put a layer onto Christy's belly cast? Is that enough water?
Yep.
Okay. And then just slap it right in the center?
Yep, and just make sure all the edges.
Hold it, Christy, I'm ruining it.
It's all right, I'll fix it. It won't be ruined. And then you can smear it, smear it all up.
My own little piece of your belly cast.
There you go, yeah. You can
head to our website and check out all of the information, but coming up a little bit later in the show, we'll show you the finished product. Don't go anywhere, that's all coming up on CTV Morning.